From the north side of the San Francisco Bay to Singapore, welcome to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio with your host, business owner, lecturer, author, master trainer, Tiaja. With over 30 years of experience in the health and fitness industry, he will challenge the fitness between your ears. So prepare your mind, body, and soul for the revolution of self-care, the evolution of fit, with real talk about real people, real health, real fitness, and the real deal behind our present illness culture. Real talk every time, all the time. Get weekly insights on how to shift your thinking, emoting, eating, training, hydrating, goal setting, and resting for you, the everyday athlete. You can cheat your fitness, but you can't steal your health flow. It's Tuesday, 9 a.m. Let's flow.
Welcome to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio, where we challenge the fitness between your ears. I'm your host, Tiaja. You know, last week I talked a bit about the decision muscle, that your potential to achieve anything in life is within you. That is, with one small caveat. You must believe that you can. Yet self-belief, though monumentally important, is not enough. Self-belief may get you to the door, but it won't open it. Only a decision will do that. You may think you're not talented enough or smart enough, but you're wrong. Every human being partakes in the same genome pool. Indeed, the same DNA in Michael Jordan or Da Vinci or Gandhi is in you. Does that mean you'll be like Mike, paint the Mona Lisa, or save the world? Probably not, but that doesn't mean that within you isn't the capacity to be a role model for a child or paint smile on people's faces or spark change. You are stronger and more powerful than you think, but this too is a decision. See, it blows me away when people feel passionate about an issue, for example, and instead of standing up, mobilizing, or just saying something, they shrink into silence, mumbling underneath their breath or posting a meaningless tirade on Facebook. Yet, if these same people were a famous athlete or universally recognized as a great artist or were the leader of a movement, they would feel empowered, almost duty-bound, to take a stand, to mobilize others and speak out in a way that enabled others. But in your heart of hearts, you feel insignificant. You're just Joe or Jane Q. Public, who is barely seen and certainly not heard. Okay, that's one aspect of reality, at least your reality. Here's another. You can be the most talented, gifted person in the known universe, but guess what? You'll still have to abide by certain universal laws, like reciprocity, reaping what you sow / karma, or the law of self-belief, self-love, or the law of choice, decision-making. Now, I'm clearly not talking about physical laws here. There are so-called metaphysical laws that govern our reality as much as gravity. Let me offer you one more. The law of timing. Well, maybe timing isn't an actual law, but it certainly has the empirical impact of one. The circadian rhythms that set the beat for every living thing's life is governed by an unforeseen universal biological clock. The suprachiasmatic nucleus, or SCN, regulates nearly every vital function in the human body. Barely the size of a grain of rice in the hypothalamus, the SCN, which is comprised of 20,000 cells, is a daily timer within our brains that runs a bit longer than it takes for the Earth to make one full rotation, about 24 hours and 11 minutes. So our built-in clock uses cues and environmental signals to make small adjustments that bring internal and external cycles into sync, a process called entrainment, essentially flow. Now, a year or so ago, I discussed the importance of flow as it pertained to athletic performance. Nevertheless, flow plays an integral part in any profession or sphere in order to maximize performance. Most of us knows what it's like to be in a flow. Life seemingly slows down and everything comes naturally, easily, with little or no effort. Basketball players explain it in terms of the basket looking like an ocean. In other arenas like business, decisions come quickly and creative gist is effortless. So let me ask you, when was the last time you were in a flow? If it's been a while or never, perhaps it's because you have overlooked or overstepped the law of timing. Now, I get it. We tend to think of timing as either good or bad, as if it's some serendipitous thing, but timing is neither good nor bad. Timing is a law that frankly can be integrated into our SCN or built-in clock. Yes, we have the power and authority to choose timing. We may not have the ability to halt time, but we do possess the capability to increase our probability of timing. Have you heard the adage, it's better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than to have an opportunity and not be prepared? In that small overused aphorism lies the essence, the secret, if you will, of timing. timing, like gifts and talents, aren't random. In other words, the roll of the genetic dice doesn't determine who gets what gift or talent. We all possess relatively the same gifts and talents, but how we express them is what makes the difference. And equally important, how we prepare them and when and where we choose to express them. After all, dunking a basketball in a quiet classroom will have quite a different effect and reaction than dunking one in an arena filled with expectation for that talent. See, we've all experienced those moments in life when it seemed like the stars and planets were perfectly aligned. Those times when everything felt seamless and effortless. Many of us have also experienced those rare occasions when a perfect stranger crossed our paths, possessing the resources or connections that answered our prayers. Some call such meetings divine appointments, while others consider chance meetings such as these luck or coincidence. Whatever your belief, this is an illustration of the law of timing. No matter how gifted or talented you are, if your timing is off, you will swing and miss every time. In sports, they call such phenomenon slumps. In the arena of life, swinging and missing is akin to being stuck. For all the desires in the world, it alone does not make the universe bend in our direction. Timing isn't everything, but it's a big thing. It's about self-belief, availability, and the willingness to strike out if necessary in order to find your sweet spot. Let me ask you, why do beginnings matter so much? And what happens to you if you begin fast yet stumble? Why does reaching the midpoint of a game or life itself energizes and expands some while shrinking others? Why does thinking about the past make us feel one way while thinking about the future makes us feel entirely different? See, the answer to these questions may not come honestly or easily for you, but know this: life has a rhythm. Let me correct that. Life is rhythm. It is flow. It is timing. No matter how gifted or talented you are, if you are operating in the wrong season, nothing you do will matter. See, winter dares not trespass on spring. Why? Because the entire health of the Earth's biosphere depends on its perfect timing. Across continents and time zones, as predictable as the sunrise and sunset, beneath our everyday lives is a hidden pattern. It's crucial. It's unanticipated, yet expected. But mostly, it heals. Dear friends, I wish above all things that you prosper just as your soul prospers. You've been listening to Urban X Real Talk Fitness Radio with your host, Tiaja. Until next week, as always, walk in health and peace.